This episode of Zombie Grandma is sponsored by the Zomco Zombie Detector. With its simple one-button function, you'll spot a zombie in any situation. Uses safe levels of gamma ration from Zomco. Since 1943, providing zombie defense products for your family and business.
We'll be right back to our midnight movie in just a minute, but first, a public service announcement from the city of Elgin.
Do you have anything to say before we pass sentence?
Your Honor, we're so very sorry. We didn't mean to hurt anyone.
But don't you understand that once he died, he was no longer your uncle? He was a zombie, a ruthless, savage, violent, dangerous, brain-eating zombie, and you made a poor choice to keep it in your home.
Oh, Judge, he was my favorite uncle.
Now it's too late. What about all those people you hurt? What about them?
Yes, sir, we understand that now.
Sheriff, take them away.
It's hard to say goodbye to loved ones, especially loved ones that have been reanimated. Hello, friends. My name is Charles Goodfellow. I'm here to remind you that keeping a zombie in your home is not only dangerous, it is also a crime. Please, if you know someone who has a zombie in their house, call Sherwood 1-5555 now and avoid getting into trouble like this couple.
Now, Woodchuck, I want you to promise me that you will not cause trouble in art class today.
Gee, Mom, I'm not the trouble. I'm an artist. The trouble is that the teacher doesn't get me. She doesn't understand art as self-expression.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I understand you're different, but to others you might come off as weird. And when they ask to draw, do something a little like, well, like the other kids do.
I get it. I'll draw like I'm a stupid monkey, but I still think I'll draw better than most of my class.
Well, just while at school. At home you can do whatever you want.
Gosh, Mom, that doesn't seem fair, but okay.
You know, I'm getting really tired of trips to the school to explain this art.
I think they're neat.
Thanks, Jack.
You know what I think? I think therapy isn't working.
Oh, Woodchuck, just do this favor for your mother, please.
Now, everyone, I've got something that I want to talk about. I know that we all love Zombie Grandma.
I don't. I think she's gross.
Yeah, she's starting to smell like a garbage dump.
You're talking about my mother.
Your dead mother?
Silly.
I think she's cool, Mom.
You would.
Look, whatever. I just want to ask you guys to watch what you say. I know that it's cool having a zombie grandma and you want to tell all your friends, but doing so is going to get your parents in a lot of trouble.
Trouble? Do you really think so?
Oh, great. We're living with a dead, flesh-eating grandma whose flesh is slowly rotting, and now we're on the run from the law.
Wow, we're criminals.
Like John Dillinger?
Going to jail would serve you two right. I think it's awful keeping a dead person in the house. Have you seen her ear? It looks like it's gonna fall off. Gross.
Neat. When it does, can we keep it?
Well, what kind of trouble are you talking about, Dad?
Well, I'm not sure, but just do us a favor and let's keep this between us. Do we have an agreement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you gentlemen think that there might be a zombie at the Kelleway house? I mean, I've known them for years, and they don't seem like the type to keep a corpse in their house.
We didn't say that, ma'am.
We haven't accused anyone of anything.
We're just here to investigate a possible situation.
Yes, situation.
So have you noticed anything that might be considered a situation?
Well, I'm sure there's something odd going on over there. Things just don't seem right. Do they, Frank?
I don't know nothing.
So, are you going to go over there and find out what's going on?
We can't do that, ma'am.
Legally, we can't do anything without some evidence.
So, what do you do?
The best thing would be to get one of the kids to tell us the truth.
How many kids do the Kelleways have?
They have 3 kids. Jack is the oldest, he's 18, and then there's Sally, she's 16, and the baby is 8. They call him the Woodchuck. He's a strange one.
The Woodchuck?
That's a strange thing to call a kid.
Strange indeed.
Our best bet is the girl.
The girl?
Hey, there's the girl.
I've got this.
Wait, hold on a second.
Feels so good to be outside. Maybe the zombie apocalypse is finally coming to an end. You think? That would be boss. It would be so nice to walk around without worrying about being attacked. Yeah, and staying out after dark. You miss that. Going to late night picture shows. Don't you miss that, Sally? Sally? What? Wow, you're 1,000 miles away. Really, Sally? What's with you? Oh, just problems at home. Do you girls ever think that you think differently than your family? That you don't belong? No, not really. Sometimes, I guess. Well, let me ask you something. If someone in your family was doing something really wrong, really wrong, would you turn them in? It depends. On what? What do I get for turning them in? What is it, Sally? Oh, nothing. Just forget about it.
Hey, fellow high school kids. What's shaking? Going to the sock hop this weekend?
What? Huh? Sock hop?
I'm new here. Just moved in from Central City.
You're a high school student?
You betcha. We had to move because Johnny Law was getting a little too close to our family secret.
Family secret? Johnny Law?
Yeah, we had a relative who's, not living anymore. You kids know what I mean.
Actually, Sally was just Look, I think we should get back to class.
But I heard this town was really cool and people understand things like this. You fellow students probably know somebody who's got a zombie in their house.
Sally, Let's go, girls.
You know, like an uncle who got bit or a grandma who's a zombie?
Come on, we've got to go.
I'll catch up with you guys later.
Wow, that was the ugliest student I've ever seen. I don't think he was a student, but he said. Something's not right. I'll be right back.
So how'd it go?
Not so good. The girl ain't talking.
What's next?
I think it might be time for some gas leak inspectors to pay a little visit to the Kelleways.
Ah, the old gas inspector trick. We got the hats right here. So do you really think they got a zombie in their house?
I didn't say that. Don't quote me on that.
You're trying. She's pretty strong for a 63-year-old dead woman.
Stop fighting. This is for your own good.
Hold on. I'll be right
something going on in there. I can just smell it.
Smell it?
Never mind. Let's go to the house.
Oh, dear.
That should help.
Good, thank you.
You know, back when you asked if your mother could move in with us, I never thought that I'd be trying not to get bitten by her.
I know, dear. I know. Just keep her still while I try to get this done.
Why are her toenails still growing anyway? I mean, she's technically dead, right? Should they still be growing?
Just please hold her while I try to clip these things.
I can't believe I took a day off of work for this.
Now, who could that be?
Why don't you go and see and I'll hide your mother.
Okay.
Well, if you must say so, I mean, I guess we can talk to
Well, who is it?
Mr. Kelleway about it. Oh, dear, it's two men from the gas company. They say there's a leak in the house.
Gas company? What gas company?
Acme Gas Company.
Yeah, the Acme Gas Company.
Well, we certainly don't want to take a chance with the gas leak.
Shouldn't you gentlemen have some sort of meters or other measuring equipment?
Are you telling us how to do our job, Mrs. Kelleway?
No, you see, I used to be a
I
scientist.
think we know how to do our job.
Yes, of course.
Well, the gas line comes in through the basement.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so I suppose you want to inspect that. So why don't we just go down to the basement but really, shouldn't you have some kind of gas meter?
As we were just telling your wife, we know how to do our jobs.
You gentlemen look like you could use a drip of coffee. How would I have a cup of coffee for the nice guys?
To the bedrooms, Mr. Kelleway.
Mom, Dad, these two men are not from the gas company. In fact, if you look in the yellow pages, I'm sure you will find no listing for Acme Gas Company.
Sally, are you calling these men liars?
Yes, I certainly am.
Well, dear, that is really rude.
These men are from the government, checking in on illegal activity that's been going on inside this house.
Well, I'm sure
Ask
that...
to see their ID cards. They have to show them. It's the law.
ID cards?
Huh?
You see, Mom and Dad, they're undercover. They want to see you guys breaking the law. Well, gentlemen, you needn't go through all the trouble. You could have just asked me. I've been feeling guilty for a while now about what's been going on.
Go on, young lady. Tell us exactly what's been going on.
Oh, Sally, no!
But are you sure you want to do this? But you could get your parents in a lot of trouble.
Yes, I can't take it anymore. I need to get this off my chest.
Go on, tell us what awful things have been going on in this place.
Well, for some time now,
Yes?
my parents
Go on.
have been playing pokers with the neighbors for money.
Poker.
Yes, illegal gambling in this very house. Sometimes they play for amounts up to $5.
Poker?
Yes, and last week my dad won over $8, and I'm sure he wasn't even going to claim it on his taxes.
Yes, gentlemen, I'm afraid that is a dastardly crime.
Oh, yes, that is our crime. We've been running an illegal den of gambling, so please just take us away.
Poker. Huh? All right, Dixon. Let's go.
What about checking the house?
You do have a search warrant, correct?
Oh, and by the way, my principal has issued a report to the police looking for a creepy man who's been going around schools talking to students and, underage girls.
Thank you for your help. We'll be leaving.
But...
Let's go!
I really thought we were in trouble today.
Oh, yes. Sally really did surprise me.
We raised a pretty remarkable girl. She saved us today. We could have been in big trouble.
Don't I know it? What are you working on there?
Oh, this? I'm redoing this year's taxes.
This year's taxes? Well, whatever for? Did we make a mistake?
Oh, no, not really.
Well, then what is it?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how to report the $8.52 in poker winnings without looking suspicious.